Hello, and welcome to the Power of Up, your weekly boost of hope, perspective, and positivity. In a world that often pulls us down, this show is all about rising above. Hi, I'm Chris Kellogg, and this week we're tackling a topic that I know has affected so many of us, maybe even you listening right now, and that is the shopping obsession. Now, I want to start off by saying this. Shopping itself isn't bad. I don't hate Target, for instance. I don't hate Amazon. I don't hate that little rush you get when a package shows up at your doorstep. Honestly, that feels really good sometimes, doesn't it? And I get it. It feels great. And that's why we call it retail therapy. But here's the thing. Therapy is supposed to heal us, not hurt us. And too often, shopping becomes a quick Band-Aid for stress, loneliness, or just plain old boredom. And then suddenly, you're left with credit card debt, piles of stuff you don't even use, and that creeping guilt that whispers, why did I buy this? For me personally, I love buying shirts. I don't know what it is, but I love buying shirts off of places like eBay or Amazon or anywhere else that I can buy shirts. The only problem now is that my closet is overfull of shirts. A lot of them I don't even wear. A lot of them I ordered off eBay that don't even fit, that I can't return. And that is a waste of money. So I struggle with it sometimes too. Sound familiar? Well, you're not alone. In fact, studies show millions of people struggle with the same thing you do. It's real, and it can impact your finances, your relationships, and even your self-worth. So today, let's unpack this obsession. Let's look at why we do it, how to spot the signs, and most importantly, some real practical steps you can take to break free from it. So grab a coffee or maybe put down that online shopping cart for just a little bit. And let's dive into how you can stop your shopping obsession and start taking control of your life again. So let's get real here. Let's be honest with ourselves. Shopping is everywhere. We're living in a world designed to make us spend. Ads follow us around on the internet. If I look something up, if I want to buy a shirt on the internet and I look up one store, next thing you know on Facebook, that store is trying to sell me again. Sales emails pop up in our inbox. Influencers are modeling the must-have outfits of the season. And you can literally buy something in 3 clicks at 2 in the morning without even getting up out of bed. And so many of us have done that. I'm sure you've done that too. It's just so convenient, isn't it? It's tempting, and honestly, it's engineered to hook us. I just love that feeling of getting a package in the mail. I know you probably do too. But here's the kicker. It's not about the stuff. It's about your feeling. When you hit that buy now button, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical linked to pleasure, motivation, even addiction. It's the exact same brain response people get from eating sugar, scrolling on social media, or even gambling. No wonder why it's so hard to stop. But unlike buying groceries or replacing something that broke, compulsive shopping usually leaves us with A, things we didn't need in the first place, B, money we wish we still had, and C, that sinking guilt afterwards once we bought something. So if you've ever hidden packages from your spouse, stuffed shopping bags in the closet and underneath stuff, or you feel like you black out while shopping online, you're not crazy and you are not weak. You're just caught in a shopping cycle. And the good news is, cycles can be broken. Here's where things get real personal. If you want to stop overspending, you need to know your triggers. Why do you do it? Shopping addiction often isn't just random. It's emotional, it's situational, and if you pay attention, you'll notice patterns. Let me give you some examples. You've had a rough day at work. You're frustrated. Instead of dealing with the stress, you hop on your favorite site and boom, you're suddenly a lot calmer with 3 new things in your cart. Or it's late at night. You're scrolling with nothing better to do. Shopping fills the silence. We're just bored. That's all. We like to shop. It fills in the time. Or we feel lonely or sad, and that checkout complete moment gives us that temporary high. Or a friend posts their new shoes, or there's a TikTok trend, and suddenly you feel like you need that too. Now, here's an exercise for you. For the next week, keep a shopping journal. Every time you get the urge to buy something, Write down the time it is, what you wanted to buy, and how you were feeling in that moment. And I bet you'll start to see a pattern. Maybe you shop when you're tired. Maybe payday is your weak spot. Hey, I got money in my account, so let's spend. Or maybe it's that empty Sunday afternoon where not much is going on. Once you know your triggers, you can fight that urge with intention instead of willpower alone. So let's practice. What can you actually do to start breaking free of shopping? Here are some tried and true boundaries that work. First of all, unsubscribe. Those marketing emails saying flash sale today only, yeah, they're designed to make you panic buy. Unsubscribe from as many as you can, and Google Mail makes it really easy too. And delete the apps. Remove your Target, your Amazon, whatever app you have that's your weakness, get rid of it so you don't buy more. And institute a 24-hour rule. This is great. Before buying anything that isn't an absolute need, wait 24 hours. And 9 times out of 10, that urge will fade. Sometimes I just like putting stuff in my shopping cart later on to only take it out of there. Don't use your credit card anymore. What I mean is stop relying on it. Switch to cash or a debit card so you actually feel the money leaving your pocket. And here's a big one. Don't go cold turkey. You don't have to. Give yourself a small allowance each month for guilt-free shopping. It keeps you from feeling deprived, but it still sets a limit. These aren't punishments. They're training wheels while you learn how to ride without spinning out. Now, here's where people slip up. You just can't take shopping away and expect the craving to disappear. You have to replace it with something else that gives you joy or comfort. Now, if you shop when you're bored, which I do a lot, replace it with a hobby, read, cook, paint, or even just take a walk. A long walk, depending on how much you wanted to buy. Now, if you shop when you're stressed, try journaling, meditating, or calling a friend. Switch your mindset. And if you shop for the thrill, set a bigger goal, like saving for a trip, building an emergency fund, or hitting a savings milestone. Remember, you're not just breaking a bad habit, you're creating better ones along the way. Stopping a shopping obsession isn't about never buying anything again, like I was talking about before. It's about freedom. It's freedom from debt, freedom from that shopping guilt, freedom from the constant chase of happiness through stuff. Start asking yourself this one question before every purchase. Will this item add real value to my life? Or is it just a quick fix for how I feel right now? And second, practice gratitude. Take a look around your home and remind yourself how much you've already bought. Sometimes the fastest way to want less is to appreciate more. And finally, set bigger dreams. Maybe you want to go traveling. Maybe you want to book a trip to Europe. I went to Greece a few months ago. It was expensive, but we saved. And just to think, if I had spent money on little things, we probably wouldn't have been able to go. So when you set bigger dreams, you can pay off debt, buy a home, or start a business. When you connect your money to those bigger goals, suddenly that $50 impulse buy doesn't feel as satisfying. So let's recap on how you can be a happier person. First of all, recognize your shopping triggers. Put up healthy boundaries. Replace shopping with better habits. And let's shift our mindset toward longer-term goals. Stopping a shopping obsession won't happen overnight. We know that. But every small choice you make, every time you close that app, every time you wait 24 hours before buying something on eBay, those choices add up. And slowly but surely, you'll take back control. And thanks for hanging out with me today. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who might need a little reminder that happiness doesn't always come in a package. And if you've got your own tips for beating the shopping bug, I'd love to hear them. Reach out to me on social media. And hopefully today, you'll be able to reconnect your life with joy, purpose, and possibility without a package every day in the mail. Whether you're navigating through tough times or just need a lift, the power of UP is here to remind you there's always a way forward and up.